In this video, we're going to be listing out 3 unilateral exercises that you can do to become a better athlete. Hey, Ben from BarbellCoalition.com here. So here's the deal. Most sport movements are going to be unilateral. What this means is completing a movement using only one side of the body at a time. What unilateral exercises look like in the gym are those where I'm only using one side of my body at a time to complete a strength movement. So this is different from our typical bilateral exercises where we're using both sides of the body at a time. So an example would be if I'm on the bench press using a barbell, I'm using both sides of my body at the same time to push that bar forward. Therefore, that would be a bilateral exercise. But we can turn that same movement into a unilateral exercise if we grab dumbbells, or one dumbbell to be specific, put it in one hand and do a single arm dumbbell bench press, all my reps on one side, and then switch to the other hand and do all my reps on the other side. And that way it's a unilateral exercise because I'm only using one side of my body to complete the movement. And because most sport movements are going to be unilateral, it only makes sense that we take unilateral movement patterns and incorporate them into our training in the weight room. So today we're going to be listing out 3 unilateral exercises that you can do in the gym to become a better athlete. The first exercise is going to be the rear foot elevated split squat. The great thing about the RFE Split Squat is we're able to take a traditional bilateral squat and separate it into halves, but we can still load it fairly heavy with a barbell on our back. The RFE Split Squat will teach our bodies to keep our trunk controlled through a dynamic range of motion, while at the same time coordinating through our quads, our hamstrings, and our glutes, which are some of the biggest muscles responsible for creating power on the field. So again, what's great about the RFE Split Squat is that we're able to load it fairly heavy. So in this way, I like to treat it somewhat of a max strength movement where we're getting as low as 2 to 3 reps. The second exercise we're going to use is going to be the single arm dumbbell row. So again, we're taking the traditional barbell row or 2-arm dumbbell row, and we're splitting the body into halves where we're going to complete that same movement using only one side of the body at a time. What's great about this is it'll teach the body to coordinate through one side of the upper body at a time, while teaching anti-rotation stability in the trunk. So again, just like the RFE Split Squat, we can use the single arm dumbbell row as either a higher volume accessory exercise, or we can use it to push strength gains by reaching as low as 2 to 4 reps on each side. So this is what's great about compound exercises, is that even when they're done unilaterally, we can still load them fairly heavy to push big strength gains, but at the same time, we're working to become a better coordinated athlete. The third unilateral exercise we're going to use is going to be the Cossack Squat. Here we're working in the frontal plane, so we're going to be working on coordinating through the quads and the glutes simultaneously. What this will transfer to on the field is better cutting mechanics, leading to stronger change of direction movements. And you can add even more variability to this movement by performing a drop Cossack Squat. In this way, we're still learning on coordinating the quads and the glutes at the same time, but we're working to do it as fast as possible the minute our foot hits the ground. So while most of your lifts will be bilateral in the gym, it's important to incorporate unilateral exercises as an athlete because those movement patterns will be most specific to the movement patterns that are found on the field. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for training content delivered to you on a weekly basis, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, website, all that stuff is in the description below. Thank you for watching.